the people wanted to cheer against. Do you think if you can get through this series with the circumstances you faced, that maybe there's some appreciation that wasn't going to come otherwise because of how difficult this series has been?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm kind of oblivious to all the noise, so I forgot about that. If we're still the villains, then we'll embrace it. If we're not, we'll embrace that. We're so focused on what we do that I'm not really sure what opinion is or why or where it swings or sways. We just are excited to be here. We're still alive. We faced a lot of things. We're still here in Game 7 on our home floor where we've played well and excited.
Ryan Lewis, New York Post.
Hey, Steve. Following up on that, twofold. One is, are you keeping the lineup the same, or would Bruce possibly go in there for defensive purposes?
We're going to keep that to ourselves, but we with our team the way we're at right now, everyone's going to get a crack at a bunch of different roles. So, I foresee seeing a lot of different guys matching up with different players at different stages of the game, and for us just trying to cobble this together at the defensive end. Frankly, just trying to get back to playing our offense where we move the ball and make plays for one another and have that kind of, feeling that you get when you see the Nets play most of the time. So that's kind of the two main takeaways going into tonight.
And following up on that, I'm curious, following up on Brian's question, do you allow yourself then to even think about in terms of the gap between, say, a second round exit versus getting to the finals or even winning a championship, what kind of impact that could have on player retention and keeping this team constituted the way it is for next year?
No, I haven't thought about that at all. We're just focused on tonight. So much has happened to us where we're just focusing on this game and have so much to kind of concentrate on and get prepared for, and all the different changes and swings and things that have happened to our team and also just the nature of a series. So we don't really look beyond tonight.
Michael Grady, Yes Network.
Hey, Coach, in terms of preparation and what you can control, how does preparing for a Game 7 differ from your playing days versus now as a head coach heading into your first Game 7?
Yeah, good question. I mean, they're so special, they're so fun, and exciting that I miss it, and wish I could go out there and help the team. But now you're a coach. It's a first time experience for me as a coach in the Game 7. But at the same time, that I can't draw on coaching experiences in Game 7s. I definitely have an enjoyment, excitement, and I feel like a kid a little bit. So just happy and excited for my guys. They've worked really hard to get here, and have a great opportunity tonight, and we'll try to put them in a position to succeed.
Christian Winfield, New York Daily News.
Hey, Coach, just any update on James and his range of motion and how he's feeling now after getting 2 games under his belt back from that hamstring?
I think it's probably the same. I have no official word, but this is something that's not going to heal itself in a game or two. So he's been an incredible soldier, trying to be there for his team, but obviously he's clearly not himself. And so we all are proud and admire his sacrifice in the situation, but I don't know that his health has improved at all.
Malika Andrews, ESPN.
I'm just wondering, Steve, if you expect Kyrie to be in the building, to be on the bench tonight.
I don't know. I don't know if he'll be on the bench or if he'll be in the back getting treatment. I'm not sure.
Ian O'Connor, New York Post.
Steve, obviously there's a lot at stake tonight, but when you have a player like Kevin, who's considered widely as the best player in the game and a 2-time Finals MVP, how comforting a feeling is that going into a Game 7?
Well, it's great, obviously, to have a guy who has been there before and has all the ability in the world. But this isn't Kevin's game to win. It's ours as a team. We have to play a great team game, both ends of the floor. If Kevin has a special night, great. But if Kevin has a Kevin night, we got to find a way for our team to put ourselves in a position to win.
Greg Logan, Newsday.
Steve, in the first two games, you guys did a great job controlling Chris Middleton and also Holiday. The last four games, Middleton has gotten loose. What do you have to do to get back to that kind of defensive effort to kind of cut down on the help that Giannis has?
Yeah, I mean, he's really played well the last part of the series. You got to tip your hat to him. Obviously, we can improve on the things that we do. And, I think it's important for us to play our best game of the series tonight, and cutting out the little things, would be a great start. Just getting back in transition, getting matched up, not fouling him on jump shots. Just different things, little things like that is a great way to start. But obviously we'll have our schemes and we'll have our principles, and we got to try to do them to the letter of the law.
Justin Walters, Pix 11.
Steve, because so much is riding on tonight, is there an extra focus or importance for the opening minutes, not to come out tense, and as you mentioned, playing your brand of basketball and just having fun?
Yeah, I think it's important for our guys to have the right balance between tension and freedom, and that's the nature of life and sports. So this is a great example when everything's heightened, great opportunity for guys to go out there and enjoy and embrace the moment, embrace the pressure. This is why it's fun, is because there's pressure. So having a chance to prove you can do it in nights like this is why we put in all the work all these years to try to be here. And so it's, this is the best day of the year, and I'm excited for our guys, and, I think that they're ready to go.
Last question, Matt Brooks, Nets Daily.
Hey, Steve, you have elected to not play Blake in the last two games of the fourth quarters. I was just curious, is that something you've been saving for this game, or do you want to say, a little bit smaller and just more shooting, I guess, in the last two games?
Yeah, I think it was circumstantial. We have different buttons to push. The last, game at home, Jeff was on fire. So, that was I think a logical explanation. And the last game, it kind of got away from us. So there wasn't even a down the stretch to play Blake, really. So it's been very situational, but I have all the trust in the world in Blake. And if things go well, I'd imagine he'd be in there in the fourth quarter.